Good morning, everybody. This is Twin Flame Love Letters, and I'm coming to you on the 17th, which is an 8/8/11 day. Had massive dreams last night. Had a symbolic dream of driving a car, being in a car with a masculine, and I was in the passenger seat, but then it got cold and he asked me to take over, and we were driving up this huge snowy hill. He was really scared. I mean, he was literally frightened, cowering under a blanket, and then I was able to get us up the snowy hill in the car. So I had such courage, such strength, and perhaps the Twin Flame Love Story number 17 that I did sort of kicked in with that dream there. So that's the kind of strength you have to have. So yeah. Anyway, today I'm doing Twin Flame alignment affirmation reading today. And again, it's about the strength. So here is the affirmation that I generated from a range of activities I did before. Myself and my ability to live in peaceful harmony with my own soul's essence. So that's basically what the Twin Flame story was saying when I channeled it very early hours this morning. So the channeled message for this is: your life is now about to become aligned with your true twin flame. He will now start to manifest magically with his mind and heart, and therefore you will need to be ready in order to take on the responsibility and duties of being a unified couple in union physically. This requires that you be ready to make a change in how you live and behave in peaceful harmony with your own soul's essence. So here we go. So getting ready for the twin flame union, ready to take responsibility for the roles and duties. When you've been sort of not living with anybody for a while, you get used to your own ways. For me, it's like 5 years now where I've had my own space and found my own who I am sort of thing. And now it's time to get ready for a new phase, according to this reading today. So I generally use my Celtic cards for this, and Sacred Circle. So Spirit of Love and Light, can you give us the messages for the Divine Feminine? How can we get ready? What is it we need to do to begin to prepare for this twin flame physical union? For those of you that are feeling a little bit apprehensive and don't really know what you would do if he came magically towards you, you need to be ready and know what to do. Now, I've already done kind of video on this called Signs and Symbols. Look out for them, and also the commitment video is one that will help you prepare to understand what commitment looks like and how you can make it your own. So in this one we want to prepare to be ready to live in peaceful harmony with our own soul's essence, which really is your twin's soul essence. So Spirit of Love and Love and Light, and Love and Laughter, what can we do to prepare for this twin flame union? Six of Swords at the end there. On the bottom of the deck we have Illumination, which was one of the cards that came up at the bottom of the deck in the Twin Flame story yesterday. So the Queen of Wands, Illumination, and there's that fox again. And then we have the Lord as well. So that is kind of the Emperor on the bottom, underneath that one. Okay, so now I'm going to go for the Rider-Waite, because I generally use the tarot to clarify. So we have the Web, the High Priest, the Shaman, and Six of Swords. We have 3 major arcana cards. What is it we can do to prepare for this twin flame union? The Sun, Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Fool. And Temperance again was at the bottom, was out in the cards yesterday that came out, Temperance. It's very good. So then we have the Osho Zen. Osho Zen. What wisdom can you give us? Sorrow, number 9, completion of sorrow. 10, harmony, that's a 10 of cups. Existence, number 1. And comparison, number 5. And on the bottom we have totality, and under that we have the Lovers and creativity. Okay, so what does all this mean? Well, first of all, I'm going to read the meanings of the sacred circle to give us the grounding that we need to assimilate. Lift that up a bit. So the Web, number 11, which is Major Arcana. Divinatory meanings. Relates to your sense of self, the realization of yourself as an individual, but as an individual who is nevertheless connected with the planet you live on and the other life that inhabits it. It relates to the development of personal morality and conscious and inner sense of right and wrong. You must recognize that your actions and words do not exist in isolation, but also affect others. Be polite and charming because you want people to like you is not enough. You must deal with people fairly and sensitively, because those qualities are meaningful and important to you. It is the card of the weaver goddess who spins the thread of life and the pattern of fate. Her web connects all things in a net of power, and your actions vibrate the web, affecting all that lies along the thread. Through the web, every action will eventually return to you. This is what is meant by the pagan law of threefold return. Your actions will return to you threefold, amplified by the web. whether they are actions for good or ill. In other words, you construct your own fate and are the instrument of your own justice. When the web card appears in your spread, it is telling you that you must make a decision based on your own sense of what is right rather than listening to the advice of others. Any action you take must be based on careful deliberation, considering its far-reaching effects on yourself and others. Depending on surrounding cards, the web card will indicate that truth and justice will prevail in dispute, perhaps even a legal action. So the idea that things come back to you threefold with the web card. There's a golden spider there. He looks amazing. So the idea that your actions are going to affect others who are in your web of influence. The most obvious person being your twin, who is this loyal dog down here. The loyalty of the connection between you cannot be disconnected throughout the web of life. So in terms of living with your highest soul's essence and integrity and making decisions based on that strength that you're developing, this is a card 11 as well, which is partnerships and twin flame, soul to soul type energy. So your decisions, living in peaceful harmony with your own soul's essence, which is today's affirmation, is about making decisions that align with your soul's essence and not being afraid to do that, because if you make decisions that are off, those things are going to come back to you threefold. So you want to make decisions that are best aligned with your soul's essence. Thanks. Right, so I'm just having a cup of tea here. Oh, my cat's so cute. Right, the High Priest is the next card. That's number 1. Number 1. I think my cat wants to play, but I'm in a serious mood. Right. Divinatory meanings for the High Priest. Number 1, you've got 2 daisies or sunflowers there. He's standing on a hill with a book of knowledge. He's all clothed in yellow, which is the solar plexus chakra, which is self-awareness, strength. She's also in yellow, this lady here on the web. So there is a lot of yellow actually in the cards today. So the divinatory meanings for the High Priest. Your thoughts turn inward and you become more concerned with who you are and where you are going, rather than with putting plans into action. To work in any area of life, but especially in areas of psychic and personal development, the most important thing is, as the ancient dictated, to know thyself. This means understanding what makes you what you are, forgiving yourself for your mistakes and learning to like yourself. When you accomplish this, you learn not to make the same mistakes over and over again, to utilize all your potentials and become whatever you want to be, whatever that may be. The world tells you that you should be, the world tells you that you should be and what you want. What the world tells you, what you should be and what you want may be 2 very different things. So again, we're talking about the web effect here of making decisions based on your own soul's essence. So this is a very clear message today that we have to go within. In the card of the High Priest, if the card of the High Priest appears in your spread, it is telling you that you have unexplored skills and abilities. The High Priest, these are the skills and abilities that will enable you to live in union with your twin flame. In the card of the High Priest, it is telling you that you have unexplored skills and abilities. The High Priest is telling you that you must organize, plan, and use the creative power of your mind to achieve your full potential, exactly what the affirmation is today. It is through your thoughts that you interpret your past, understand your present, and shape your future. What would you like to do more than anything else in life? Be in twin flame union by any chance? Are you working towards it? Yes. Everyone has something they have always wanted to do, but have put it off or just thought they couldn't do it. So this is talking about something you've always wanted to do that perhaps doesn't involve your twin flame. So living in harmony with your own soul's essence. So do you want to go traveling? Do you want to change your job or start a creative project or learn a new skill, for example? Give yourself the chance. Make a plan to deal with it. Remember that your deepest longing is sometimes the thing you have come into this life to do. Start now, tonight. Explore what it would take and begin. It may take a long time to get there, but if you don't start the journey, you will never arrive. On a spiritual level, the High Priest is an inner guide whose voice is sometimes obscured by the confusion of your thoughts and tumult of events, but which nevertheless is always present, perhaps guiding you subconsciously to what you need through a chance meeting, a book you happen to read, or even a dream. So I had that dream last night. Keeping within yourself, you have unknown strengths and abilities to explore and develop. You are seeking answers to philosophical questions, and you may be drawn to study a philosophy or religion in the hope that it may have the answers. So, following your true path is the practice that we need to put in place to be with our twin flame. Because if we compromise, and this card came up, the comparison, if we compromise and compare what we want with our twin's needs, for example, then we are not, that we're going to be sort of not resonating with the total twin essence. So this is a very strong message again today, that we need to start really letting go of the twin, and your true twin flame is you, actually, because you need to come back to yourself, don't you? So number 9 is the next one. You know, and if you've watched other readers, this feels like a scary thing, but it's not a scary thing, because it's when they come back into union, when they totally let go. So we have the Shaman now, which is the next card. Divinatory meanings. We are accustomed to experiencing the world through our 5 senses and the interpretation of the information derived from them. Our responses are based on them and by our memory and experiences that keep the shape of the world as it superficially appears. The shaman learns to expand his consciousness and understanding to take into account other, more subtle realms. From childhood, we are taught to suppress this ability, our instincts, intuition, and clairvoyance. The shaman is learning to recover his other senses, to unlearn thought structures that have been instilled as he developed. The constant mental reinforcement of his existing perceptions of the world that prevent other levels of consciousness becoming apparent. When the shaman card appears in your spread, it indicates a time to show prudence. You should stand back from current events and not participate in them. So again, this is a not taking action card. This is a time to reflect, which was again, which the twin flame story number 17 last night was exactly about that, a time to reflect. You should keep current events, do not and not participate in them. Keep a distance so that you can make a clearer evaluation of what is going on. This is a time for careful planning, not action. On a deeper level, this card indicates that it is a time of withdrawal for you, a necessary period of isolation when you can come to know yourself better and learn to rely on yourself rather than others. Again, a very, very consistent, clear message coming through. I almost don't need to look at these cards, but there you go. Let's look at their meaning. Spiritually, this is a very important card, indicating that you will receive illumination from within. So again, we had the card, the illumination card, on the bottom of this deck. And also we have the Lord, which is the Emperor. So this is an extremely clear message that to align with our soul's true essence in order to prepare for physical union with our twin, we, as divine feminines, have to go within, making decisions that create a web of threefold unity rather than ununity, whatever the opposite word is. I can't think of it at the minute, but to live in harmony with in peaceful harmony with your own soul's essence means making decisions that are going to vibrate this web that bring back the threefold unity experiences that you desire. So this is very, very important. And the visualization exercise that I did in the Twin Flame Love Story number 17, if you look down in my playlist, there's a Twin Flame Love Story section. This is a very important thing, to stay aligned with your soul's essence. And then you have this priest that is saying to go in and reflect and understand who you are, know thyself. And again, this is know thyself, and go within and reflect. Learn those skills that you perhaps don't have. Go to those higher levels of understanding that who you've been up to now has been installed by all the beliefs and the conditioning. So this calls for a new experience for the divine feminines. This calls for moving out of stagnation and moving into something else. Now, I don't know what that something else is, but it definitely feels like there's more experience out there for us that we haven't experienced, and things that we haven't manifested that is the potential for us to do so. So I'm feeling quite excited about that. So the Six of Swords is the last card we have, which is only a short divinatory meaning. Six of Swords indicates moving away from difficulties, either physically or mentally. This is brilliant. It is a very positive card. Oh my God, it can be a card of travel. That's what I want to do, travel. Sorry. Journeying to a place where you can get away from your worries. On the other hand, the card can mean that by moving away from your problems, you can gain insight into their nature. You can see how they have arisen and devise methods of coping with them. With this mental comprehension and acceptance comes relief from anxiety. You feel the metaphorical weight lifting from your shoulders. Though this card is not unadulterated, card of happiness, things do become much easier for you, particularly in the area of relationships. I didn't know this was a relationship card. On a deeper level, this card may be telling you that you need to learn techniques of positive thinking or reinforcing positive mental attitudes. Well, I could do with all of that. So I have no idea why I've got so emotional. And now I have a lump in my throat. Just going to have a cup of tea. Oh, sorry about that, guys. You can fast forward for a little bit. Wow. So that travel message hit me. I've always wanted to travel. I mean, like, see the world, you know, but I don't have, as I say, you need to be positive. I need to start thinking about traveling. So that's my one. And so the sun is living with your soul's essence. And generally when you do become emotional, it's because your soul is helping you to remember something. So don't worry about it if you are emotional. That's a good sign. Same as this card, Six of Swords may look like an unhappy card, but actually it's one that is going to show you that things are going to get easier. So the sun is the most positive card in the deck. You've got all the sunflowers and the natural innocence of the child and the horse going on an adventure. So that is the energy that is going to be infused through the web. The decisions that that bring you the positive feelings, make those decisions and take those actions, no matter what your conditioning says, no matter what other people think. And this will release the burden, complete the burden of the sorrow that you've been feeling because you haven't been living your own best life, your own sort of experiences that are in line with your highest soul's essence. And anybody would feel, upset if they weren't truly living their life. So we're here to experience joy and the sun, not sorrow. So the opposite of sorrow is joy. So the Seven of Swords is let's see, Seven of Swords. Keywords for the Seven of Swords is dishonesty, subterfuge, stealth and deception, running away from the truth. Yeah, so running away from the truth, avoiding responsibility, keeping a secret to yourself, wanting to be alone and not facing the music, manipulative behavior, lying or cheating, and deception. So deception came up yesterday for my twins reading. So you're going from deception, deceiving yourself, living this life where really you want to be living this life of harmony with your own soul's essence, which is the Osho Zen. That's the completion of it, the idea that by choosing yourself and going in and really getting to know yourself, what is it you want, then you can start to bring the harmony back into your life by being truthful with yourself. No longer deceive yourself that you are living a happy life, and avoiding the responsibility of making those decisions that are going to align you with your own soul's essence. So this is huge. I mean, when I studied with Caroline Myss, she was pretty tough when it comes to living your highest joy, your highest potential, and it is a scary thing. And it is no, it is, when you're deceiving yourself, it can seem like you're happy and seem like you're doing the right thing, but really, really there's something else for you in terms of the shamanic, something new that you need to learn. And this is perhaps what the 8-8 portal was all about, was coming into this unity with your own essence, so that you can really start to truthfully and honestly learn what it is you're meant to be here to be doing. So the 5 of Pentacles stands for lack, victim mentality, hardship and rejection. So here we have, existence with the Osho Zen. Everything is possible, and the creation, and it's limitless. So here we have a sort of opposite reading here, where we've got lack and limitlessness. Okay, so spiritual separation, soul seeking. Yeah, you're spiritually separated from your soul's desire by deceiving yourself that you're living the life that you want. You're not following your true heart's, soul's essence. Emotionally wounded, unworthiness, feeling alone or excluded, neglecting your needs, a sense that something is missing in your life. Right, this is the card that often comes up when you do have an awakening, when you feel something is missing. And the shaman is here to help you come in and find that potential, refine your potential and grow to the next level. And you've got this Osho Zen card, which is all about being limitless in the universe, that the whole of creation is at your fingertips. So moving out of this belief of lack, rejection and unworthiness, is the potential is to absolutely move away from any worrying thoughts and take that leap of faith. So let's look at the Fool again in here. So that's number right at the beginning. So it's a new journey, a new adventure, with again the loyal dog. And here we have the loyal dog again. So that dog is with you. We have the Sun again. Impulse, infatuation, blind to the truth, childlike, pure and uncorrupt. The eternal optimist, ready to leap into anything, taking each adventure as it comes, spontaneous and carefree, going on a personal quest, impulsively setting off into the unknown. I have been feeling like impulsively setting off somewhere. This morning I literally was saying to myself, I want to travel, I want to travel, I need to go somewhere, I need to travel. And every morning I go, right, I'm going to get up and get on the train and go somewhere, and I haven't. So perhaps that's why I'm feeling a little bit sort of cheated, because I haven't been following my heart to just, it doesn't mean having to go to Borneo or somewhere like that. I know a lot of the Twin Flames are doing a lot of travelling. Queen of Light 1111, she's gone to India to study with Sadhguru, which I think is amazing. Sadhguru is absolutely, love him to bits, and I'd love to be there with the Queen of Light 1111. But I haven't plucked up the courage, and these girls have done it. And also Enchanted World of Twin Flame, Sylvia is off to Egypt and India as well. So all you girls are doing really well, going travelling. And it's a little bit difficult for me at the moment, but I can actually get on a train and go somewhere and experience somewhere new. I could just travel somewhere new, and I do have a holiday coming up, so I may plan to just go up into the middle of the UK, so maybe Yorkshire or somewhere, or Scotland, somewhere far away, where I can explore that territory. and explore my travels. So on the bottom of the Rider-Waite we have the Temperance card. We also have the Nine of Swords. So yeah, the sleepless nights, the restlessness that you've been feeling may well be because you need to learn something new and become something new and really fill those unity boots that's coming to prepare for your twin flame. You need to actually go into that joy and take the leap of faith. And this comparison card, you know, is this life is quite dead. You want to move into the flexible life, be a bit more flexible, a bit more adventurous, and grow into that. Anyway, that is all I have for today. So the affirmation is myself, and remember to be gentle with yourself because you're just learning this now. You're just coming into, you know, the acceptance of, you know, being discovered. So in the twin flame love story number 17 last night, it said about being, it's just the unfoldment of your life is now being discovered, and this is the enactment of that. It's the realization that we have to now live in peaceful harmony and we with our own soul's essence, and we have to learn what that is because our twin flame is ready to come towards us now. He's going to start manifesting. So let me read this channeled message again. Your life is now about to become aligned with your true twin flame. He will now start to manifest magically with his mind and heart, and therefore you will need to be ready in order to take on the responsibilities and duties of being a unified couple in union physically. So it does feel very responsible. It feels, you know, like, oh, it'd be nice to just sit here safely and wait for the twin flame, but no. We've got to take responsibility. This requires that you be ready to make a change in how you live and behave in peaceful harmony with your soul's essence. And that's when the sun and the positivity will come through, and that's when the energies of that, taking that action, will come back threefold. So what it's saying is, when you do this, moving into this new way of potential changing how you behave, live and behave, this will create a threefold return for unity, for your twin flame to come. So hopefully that's motivation enough for you to really go in and know thyself. You've got to know yourself. The end of deceiving yourself and becoming honest so that you really experience the flow. And here we have the twin flame marker here of the two dolphins. So this is absolutely an amazing reading today, and the cards are amazing. You're moving from lack, a sense of lack, I don't have my twin flame, to a sense of possibilities of it will all magically come because I'm limitless. All I need to do is follow my joy. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. This is Twin Flame Love Letters. If you would like an in-depth life coaching session with me, then do connect with me at twinflameloveletters@gmail.com, and or leave a message in the comments below, and just let me know that you're interested perhaps in having a reading or some life coaching or some Caroline Myss type information, or even a channeled session for you. So that is all I have for today. Take care. Have a great day. Namaste.